It's your boy, Beepin' Israel, the People's Champ, back with another YouTube live stream. How y'all doing? I hope y'all doing well. It's Sunday, July 20th, 2025, and I'm coming at you live from the gas house. It's the dark night of this ish, the day walker, the shogun of Charlotte, the cookie monster, Pumpkin Escobar, Chef V. Y'all know who it is. It's your boy. Yeah, man. I hope everybody's been doing well. Oh, man. It's good to be back. I skipped the intro. I figured I'd jump straight into it for y'all today. Just letting y'all know I'm still alive, kicking. It's your boy. You know, I'm nursing myself back to health. You know, Miss Tasty Cake's been taking good care of me. You know, some of you don't know, I've been in the hospital 4 times since March 11th. You know, my small intestines and neuropathy and all kind of stuff. You know, so I've been weak. I've been weak, so I haven't broadcasted very much lately. But I figured I'd chime in, let y'all know what's going on with you, boy. Let y'all know I'm still here. I appreciate those of you who emailed me. I was very surprised because I don't really check my email very often. I'm not thorough with it. So I went through my email and I had a couple of emails from you guys. Hey man, you all right, V? You good? Where you at? You know, I was very surprised to get that, you know. So I appreciate those of you who did send those emails. Thank you very much. Means a lot to me, man. I love y'all. And I mean that sincerely. You know, doing this ain't easy. So when and I'm not a big channel, you know, so to get that kind of love means a lot to me. Means a whole lot to me, man. But I really appreciate y'all. I really do. Do I got anybody in here yet? Where's TJ at? Is TJ here yet? So let's get to formalities then. You don't want to be here? Don't be here. Move around. Plenty of places to be out here in these YouTube streets. But if you are here, remember to like, subscribe, and share. I really appreciate that. I don't ask for much, but make sure y'all do the basics. Don't take but a second, man. And likes are free. So make sure y'all do that. Uh, my Spartans, hopefully they'll check in and let us know what their profession is. You know what I'm saying? Ooh. Oh man. But that's what's been up with me. You know, I'm walking good. I'm starting to walk with a cane now. Not my walker, my road leader. So, I'm making some progress. You know, my physical therapist says I'm getting stronger. So that's a good thing. I've been doing physical therapy. Uh, some of you, those of you who have my phone number, some of you have texted me. I haven't gotten any calls, but I've gotten a few texts. So I appreciate those as well. I appreciate the love on the text messages. But, I'm hanging in there, I am hanging in. Dialysis is going well. My blood pressure's been very good lately. You know, again, thanks to Miss Tasty Cakes. She's been keeping me up to date with my medicines and all that good stuff. You know. So I'm really not getting into any particular topic right now. I'm just kind of, this is a freestyle section. I figured I'd give y'all some of that freestyle. Give you the bars. You know, I've been keeping up, with current affairs. You see what my boy is doing in the White House. See what he's doing. He wrecking shop, loading up win after win after win after win. That's why we voted for him. Appreciate that. I appreciate that. Got the Dems going crazy. They absolutely bonkers. Y'all see what's going on up there in New York. They might elect a socialist. Well, hopefully my man from he wears the red hat or whatever. Can't remember his name, but hopefully he wins. I think it's like a statistical tie. So that'd be lovely if he wins. He's a Republican. But he's been doing his thing in New York for years, I forget that organization. But anyway, he's the truth. Don't vote for that socialist if you win. Go for the Republican. Let's flip New York. Hell, let's flip California. See what your boy does. What's his name? You got Mayor Bass and what's his damn name? I can't remember the damn governor. He's a fucking clown. I don't even commit his name to memory. He's a clown. He mad, He mad because his train to nowhere got defunded. That's some funny shit. How you mad? He done spent what? Would they say 16 billion and they ain't laid one track? And who the hell wants a train from LA to San Francisco, a bullet train? Ain't nobody trying to ride that shit. Should have made a train from LA to Las Vegas. That would have been the shit. And a couple of stops in between, that would have been it. But he's a clown. Almost like $1 billion a year. They've been working on it for like 14, 15 years, I think. Something ridiculous like that. Oh, man. It's crazy. It is crazy. I was getting my Chef Vee on today. I just finished making my world famous macaroni and cheese casserole. My daughter says Badger says she don't like it. But all I remember as a kid, she used to smash it. She talking about she ain't had no choice. I said, what? You had a choice? Don't eat. She said, nah, I wasn't trying not to eat. I said, oh, really? That was the rules in my house. You either eat what I made or you don't eat. That's your choice. I'm not going to force nobody to eat. I never force my kids to eat. You either eat what I cook or you don't eat. That's your choice. You want to be hungry? Be hungry. Be hungry. But anyway, I made my world famous macaroni and cheese casserole. It's banging. I don't know what the hell that little girl talking about. All the other kids used to love that shit. They used to request it. Especially Bam. Bam used to kill him. Well, he's like me. Lasagna is his favorite food, so he likes anything of that in that realm. Spaghettis, the casserole, anything, beefaroni, any kind of Italian shit. Damn, is all over. Even chicken fettuccine. When I would make that boy is. I'm like, damn, did I make enough? Because I'm thinking I made enough for like a couple of days, and shit. I remember when I was living in Concord, he came up there and stayed with me for a week. Him and Dream. So I made two big pans of lasagna, and I made the sauce from scratch with fresh tomatoes. And that boy lost his mind. And I had a pan left, so I sent that home with him, thinking he was going, all of the kids was going to eat it. No. So I talked to the other kids later that week. I said, hey, how was that lasagna? They said, what lasagna? I said, what you mean, what lasagna? I sent a big ass pan home. They were like, Dad, we ain't see it. So I said, Bam, what happened to that lasagna? He said, I ate it. He said, I was eating it all week. I said, well, you didn't tell your brothers and sisters, your brother and sisters, that it was in the refrigerator? He said, no, they know what that pan means. He said, if they ain't looking in the refrigerator, that's their fault. I said, you ain't shit. Kept that lasagna to itself the whole week and finished it. He ate a whole pan of lasagna in a week by himself. I said, boy, I don't know what I'm going to do with you. He said he smashed it. It was banging to him. And him and Dream ate the other pan while he was at my house. So I do the best I can. I do the best I can. Y'all think Diddy gonna get some time? Free Diddy, man. They need to let that man out. They overcharged him and tried to hit him with the RICO. And how you do a RICO with one person? That's what I'm wondering. Hell, I wondered the same thing with Young Thug. I'm like, where the other people at? Ain't nobody else getting charged? Like, well, RICO did some bullshit. I watched that case. All of them other dudes and shit. I'm like, man, what the fuck? Free Diddy, free R. Kelly, free Tory Lanez. They got all these dudes locked up for nothing. For absolutely nothing. We still don't know what R. Kelly is locked up for. People claim, he locked up because of the kid. He was messing with kids. And, man, some of them damn girls is 30 years old. Stop. Stop with the nonsense. Do I got any comments? Let me see. What's that dollar sign? Well, I don't know. See, I don't. Sometimes I don't like it in vertical. It looks like Harmonize is in the house right now. Shout out to Harmonize, y'all. Give Harmonize a shout out. Hey, y'all. Give Harmonize a shout out. I ain't doing no special effects right now. I gotta get my StreamYard game back going. I ain't used it in so long. I can't do it at the same time I'm talking right now. But I'll get back together. I'm gonna start streaming more. I'm gonna rev back up. Start giving y'all this fire content. But I appreciate Amanize being in the house. She's one of my moderators, one of my Spartans. What is your profession? Haru, Haru, Haru. But yeah, man, it's yeah, those of you don't know, Amanize probably don't know. I haven't. What happened was, let me tell the story. I've told it on other videos, but I haven't told it lately. So Let me update y'all. March 11th, I was sitting here on the couch like I'm doing now, and my feet went numb. So I'm just trying to shake it off. I didn't know really what was, I wasn't feeling bad. Not really at the time, but my feet was numb. I wasn't feeling too good, but I was really more concerned about my feet. Both of them went numb. So I was talking to Tasty Cakes on the phone, and I was texting with Imagine. So I told Imagine about it. So in about 2 minutes later, Imagine said, "You going to the hospital?" I said, "I ain't going to the hospital." She said, "Yes, the fuck you are." She's like, "I already called the ambulance. They'll be there soon." I'm like, "What the fuck?" So I told Tasty Case, I said, "Yo, Imagine said I gotta go to the hospital." She like, "Yeah, I know. I talked to her." I'm like, "What the fuck's going on? Y'all plotting against me?" So the ambulance came and they took me to the hospital. And I was in there for a month. I had internal bleeding in my small intestine. And it took them like 2 weeks to figure out where the bleeding was coming from. So finally they figured it out and they operated on me and they stopped the bleeding, obviously. But I had 40 blood transfusions while I was in there. My feet still numb to this day. I have neuropathy in my feet. Um, so I had to walk with a walker, a regular walker, and then I upgraded to a rollator. My aunt Wendy sent me a rollator. So that's how I was getting around for the longest, still using it. I basically had to teach myself how to walk again. So I'm moving to a cane. Well, I'm walking with a cane now. Um, Hopefully this neuropathy goes away. That's what I'm hoping. I've gotten feeling back in my right foot where I can wiggle my toes. I can't do that with my left foot yet. I still have feeling in my foot. I just can't move my toes the same way that I do with my right leg. I can't do it with my left leg. They also put a stent below my groin and my left leg. So I guess I got to do an ultrasound. I got a follow up coming up. Hopefully they do an ultrasound and make sure that's still working and doing what it's supposed to do. Um, I got a lot of follow ups, so I try to keep them organized in my head. Um, I'm in pain. Sometimes I'm in pain constantly. I'm in pain right now. So I would say on a scale of 1 to 10, I'm at a 7. Now they were giving me oxycodone for the pain, 15 milligrams, but they never give me enough. They just give me like a short supply, and it's so hard to get refills. Because usually it's the emergency. Well, when I'm in the hospital, those doctors are the ones that's issuing the medicine with an oxycodone before I leave. Um, and I usually try to make it stretch out. So I was taking, I would take one at night. It just kind of it doesn't really get rid of the pain, but it knock it off enough so I can fall asleep. So right now I'm out of it. I go to the pain management, whatever that is, on Tuesday. So hopefully they'll refill my prescription because I don't sleep well. Sometimes I'm up all night, because my feet are hurt. It keeps me up. Um, That's why I sleep so much. Finally when I get comfortable, I'll nod off, a lot. I haven't done that today at all because I've been cooking and I've been active. I've been very active today all day, but on a day I'm just chilling, not really doing much, man, I'll be knocked out, because of the pain, and sometimes it fluctuates between a 7 and a 10. It just, but the oxy helped, if I was at a 10, it would bring me back down, to a 6 or a 7, and I can at least be comfortable. The numbness is always there, so I'm kind of used to it, but I'll get sharp pains with it as well in both feet, and that would keep me up. But I'm managing. I'm doing the best I can. I'm managing. Uh, but I've been walking good with the cane. My physical therapist showed me, to start walking around my apartment, practicing, and and that getting that exercise using the cane. So I've been out a couple of times. I went to the store today with the cane, and it was cool. I could go short distances, but like if I went to Walmart or something, I couldn't walk around Walmart. I can't do that. I'm gonna be in a little electric buggy and shit. But short distances, I can use my cane. Um, but other than that, I feel good. Other than my feet, I feel good. My blood pressure's been under control. So, that's what it is. That's what it is. And thank God for Miss Tasty Case because if she wasn't here, I don't know what I would be doing. She helps me out so much, so much. And I love her for that. All the things that she do. I know she get aggravated with my ass, but you know, I try to keep her as comfortable as possible and not bug her, not bug her as much for things that I need help with. Sorry, my mouth is dry, but I'm hanging in there, man. It's a beautiful day outside. I hope y'all been outside. Some of y'all don't be going outside. Y'all just be on here all day. Take y'all asses outside, man. It's beautiful out there. Get some vitamin D. Get a little vitamin D. I mean, if my crippled ass can get the fuck out there, y'all can get out there. Y'all ain't got no excuse. Get outside. But I'm hanging in there, man. Hanging in there. My Uncle John passed away today. He was 88. That was my Aunt Jane's husband. So I'm a little sad because of that. I was close to him growing up. I just talked to him about 2 months ago. Yeah, and he was still cognitive. They say he had dementia, but every time I talked to him, he was good. And I've talked to him a few times lately. And when I went down there to see him before my Aunt Jean died, he told, he was able to recall things and tell the story. He told me the story on how him and my Aunt Jean met in 1972. And, so, I guess I would have had to be around him on a daily basis to notice the dementia. But the times that I talked to him, He was good. He was good. But usually when a spouse dies, especially when they've been together that long, the other one is going to be going shortly thereafter. You know, my grandfather lived. Now, my grandfather is the exception to that. He lived a long time after my grandmother died. You know, he kept on kicking, for a long time. But he died around the same age. Now that I think about it, my grandfather was about 88. I don't know what the hell is the significance of that year. I mean, that age, but you know, it is what it is. Maybe it's just a coincidence. But those are strong men. Uncle John retired from 2 jobs. Most men don't retire from 1 job. He retired from 2. He worked for LaGuardia Airport and he worked for the New York prison system. He was correctional officer. He retired, and my Aunt Jane retired from LaGuardia as well. They built the house down south in York, South Carolina, and they came down south. That's where my Uncle John was from, York. And then they brought their sons down, from New York. They brought them down here to York. And, they lived a life. They stayed together. They worked through their issues. They accomplished goals and finished their life out. They died of old age. That's the life. We need to get back to that. We need to get back to that because what we're doing now isn't working. Isn't working. And I'm done talking relationship shit. That's why a lot of you haven't seen me. I don't run in them circles no more. I'm tired of it. The argument is over. The discussion is over for me. I mean, it should be over for everybody, but people want to, keep having the same conversations over and over. No, thank you. Not interested. Want to move on to some other shit. Want to move on. But get outside, man. Live life. Some of y'all missing out on life because you inside all the time. And life is passing by. Get outside, see the sky. Just get that vitamin D. Go places. Go somewhere. I don't care if it's Walmart. Just go somewhere. See people. Experience what's going on. Look around. Move around. Shout out to Love Dorsey. Move around. I don't know how much I could emphasize that. Life is too short, man. I mean, me personally, I don't know how much time I got. None of us know. I'll be 49 in August. August 17th, I'll be 49. Do I have another 30 years in me? I hope so. We'll see. If I could get this kidney transplant and get the hell off of dialysis, that would greatly extend my life, But we'll see if I can if I can get on that path. But otherwise, man, I'm just down here in Gastonia, just enjoying life the best I can. I get out when I can, see things, keep up with current affairs, you know. Shout out to DeSantis, the alligator, with the alligator shit down there in Florida. I love that. I love it. I love it all. I know there's some of you out there that think it's racist or whatever. Hey, man, can't you can't commit a crime. You are a criminal. You're not a criminal because you went to court and they convicted you. You are a criminal once you commit a crime. If somebody robs a bank, but they never get caught, aren't they a criminal? They're a criminal. Drug dealers out here selling drugs, they never been caught. Ain't they criminals? So what we talking about? We gonna call them undocumented? They didn't get due process. Nah, you a criminal because you committed a crime. Just ain't you ain't been caught yet. That's all. But that's all I got, man. I ain't really got that much. Like I said, I appreciate all the love that y'all, the emails and things. Can't see the comments. What's that comment? It's so small. I can't see that shit. I think who the hell says something? Let's do the fire podcast. Shout out to TJ. I was wondering when he was going to show up. Appreciate TJ being here. You ain't never called me back, nigga. I called you like 2 months ago. You ain't called me back. But shout out to Fire Podcast. Make sure y'all go over there and subscribe. Make sure y'all subscribe to Harmonize as well. Both of those content creators produce good content. So make sure y'all support them. Appreciate it. Appreciate it. Drop your links if you can. Oh man. But yeah, that's all I got, man. I think I gotta get my casseroles out the oven. I had them in there cooling off or whatever. But I need to get them out that oven. So I'm gonna go ahead and try them out. Appreciate it. Some of y'all like, where the pics at for the casserole? Maybe another day I'll do it. I didn't feel like recording it today, but like I said, I got to get back in the flow of things, man. I'll give y'all some Chef Vee videos. I made a lasagna recently. I've been doing my thing. Y'all know how I do. I ain't just, I'm still cooking now. Even though my feet ain't been working right, my hands work. So I can make it to that stove and stand up over there and lean up against the counter. Or I hold on to the sink and I maneuver the best I can, so I still can cook. But I'm gonna go ahead and sign off, man. I appreciate y'all for coming through. A couple of y'all that's in here right now, Harmonize and TJ. Appreciate y'all coming through. And everybody else is gonna catch me on the replay. I appreciate y'all. Make sure y'all leave a replay in the chat. Let me know you were here. And I'll check y'all out later, man. Holla at your boy.